Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Deltray, and we are back with some more Fire Emblem, New Mystery of the Emblem, Lunatic Reverse. On the last part, we recruited Warren the Idiot, who will do anything if the price is right, and I do mean anything, along with Katria the White. I was gonna make a joke about that, but then I remembered her Fire Emblem Echoes art, and yeah, you know what? That's fair. But today we're gonna go on to Chapter 3, possibly Chapter 3X as well. I feel like I'm gonna be editing a lot for Chapter 3 because this map is terrible. This map is garbage. I'm really not looking forward to this one at all. This is probably one of the top 3 undisputed worst maps to ever be in any Fire Emblem game ever. Not exactly for BS reasons so much as just really bad design, and we're gonna see that in a second. So, where did we leave off? Yes, we just recruited Linde, and now we're gonna go on to do whatever it is we're doing. I'm still not entirely sure, to be honest. Once upon a time, the reign of Macedon was a territory under Dolarian rule. A century ago, the Dragonkin rulers sent many slaves to these wild forests to excavate ruins and build a country. Many slaves were forced to work to their limits, barely fed and then slaughtered. Harsh. A young man stood up against such tragic conditions. Iot was his name. He and his companions fled to the forest and fought alongside astride wyverns to free the slaves. After Dalar's demise, the slaves established their own country in these now abundant lands, and the hero Iot was chosen as their first king. And so was born the Kingdom of Macedon, later feared as the domain of Draco Knights. I'm afraid, I don't know about you guys, Draco Knights again? However, the mighty Macedon was stripped of Prince Michalis, said to be the second coming of Iot, and is now on the brink of losing Princess Minerva, the so-called Crimson Dragoon. Now that's a name right there. Minerva sounded powerful. Only raises more questions, but hey. Ha! Yeah! I see you train without the need for sleep. Most admirable, Deltray. I do what I can. Sir Jagan. A strong offense and a tough defense are obviously important, but you cannot afford to neglect your skill. Without the skill to deliver it, it matters not how mighty your attack is if it does not reach the enemy. Speaking of which, your skill is like that of an expert. I have nothing to add. Keep up the good work. You're so amazing. Yes, everybody, check out Chris. He is the greatest. Gee, thank you, I guess, Sir Jake. Sir, is there any situation where you're not going to be hitting these thresholds? Because I can only assume that a lot of these conversations with Jagan are basically just him filleting you, the player, right? But is there any real chance that you're not going to be hitting these thresholds? It doesn't seem like there would be, considering how ridiculously absurd the avatar actually is. So why even bother to include a scene like that? I don't understand. I honestly don't. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to be just nitpicking the avatar the whole way through, but I do understand where a lot of the hate towards this character comes from, especially looking back on it, with scenes like that are just in the game strictly to make you feel good about yourself. Or in my case, incredibly awkward because I have to read it, seeing as how I named the avatar myself. But enough of that. We have this map here, which is it's so bad. It's so bad, guys. This is probably my least favorite map in any Fire Emblem ever. How do I check the map? Hold up, it's been a second. We'll get there eventually. There we go. So you can see this map, really large, really spacious, and a whole lot of nothing. There is so much nothing on this map. I don't know what they were thinking. It's almost as if they wanted to toy around with the idea of genealogy of the Holy War with just absurdly large maps. But then they forgot to put anything in 95% of it. And that would be this stage, more or less. There's so much nothing. There's so much nothing. There's one good thing about this map, and we'll be seeing that in a second. One really, truly amazing thing at that. But as for enemies, you see more of the standard Draco Knights. Obviously, it's Chapter 3, so why stop now? Why stop including promoted enemies now, right? So we have 6 Draco Knights right off the bat, and then there's a whole bunch of them in the mountains as well. I believe one of them has a Master Seal. Yup, this guy right here. So we gotta bait him out, obviously, take him down. Ooh, they drop a Silver Lance. Nice. I believe Silvers are actually only B rank in this game, correct? Sorry, just trying to refresh myself a little bit. Yes, they're only B rank, so Deltray should be able to use that pretty soon. Sooner rather than later at any rate, which will be great considering he's already super broken. We have Rook, the general boss. He's got himself a nice forged javelin there. Must be like 9 power, basic math would tell me. Good God. And he has the first Star Shard. Now you have to get all of these in order to get the true ending of the game. You see right there the Toro Shard, which gives +1 strength, +1 defense when held. In the original game, these actually boosted your growth, similar to the scrolls in Fire Emblem 5, but here they just give a flat boost, which I think is a lot better for balance, and you can do some cool things with them if you know what you're doing, or not even really if you know what you're doing, but if you simply pay attention to the enemy statistics, you can do some really creative and fun things with those. That being said, 1 strength, 1 defense might not seem like that much on paper, but it's still a handy little boost to have at your disposal. I'm really just kind of worried about these Draco Knights, so I'm thinking we're going to be looking at some Archer Emblem again, boys. I really think that's the best way to combat them at this point. There's really not a whole lot I can do outside of that. Oh, we have How's Everyone. Of course it's maxed out. It's going to be maxed out just about every time. Oh, Marth, sweet. Alright, that was good training. I can't let Deltre protect me all the time. I must become stronger myself too. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Experience on Marth? I'll take it. I picked up something weird. I should report it. A frying pan. Why is a frying pan weird? Do you guys not eat? What's this? Oh well, finders keepers. I like your attitude, Luke. A res potion. Cool, cool. Resistance potion. Obviously not that great. Now that's rare. My illness has subsided today. I might be able to fight like I used to. Yeah, Aaron is sick. He's dying of some sort of disease. Incuritis, most likely. Skill and speed. Hey, I worked hard today. I hope nobody was watching. 19 experience on your boy, Ryan. Alright, so that was actually a pretty good haul. I kind of want, like... Well, I was gonna say there's these, essentially brave weapons that you can get. They're not quite brave weapons, they're a bit weaker, but then I thought about it and I realized there's really no point to that because it's, haha, lunatic reverse. So what kind of classes do we want? I think I want to have Deltre go back to being a cavalier because high movement is gonna make this map a whole lot less painful. At least on him. I don't think anybody else really cares at all. Cecil. Am I gonna bring Cecil? I don't think I'm gonna bring Cecil. Drop Cecil. Obviously, we gotta get your girl in here. Katri is like mandatory. She's coming along for every map. I do not care. Ryan, Luke. Ooh. Oh, Gordon can go. Yeah, we can drop Gordon. And we can bring in Linda. I kind of want to use her. She's not fantastic. I haven't talked about her at all, actually. So yeah, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so Linda. She's like a magical bomb, more or less. Basically, think Lilina, but with speed. More or less, if you're familiar with Fire Emblem 6, the blue-haired magic bomb. She is, of course, a returning character from the previous game. I believe she's canonically the person who's supposed to defeat the big bad Garneth. Second only to Matthis, of course, in terms of Fire Emblem 11 and 12. But for her growth rate, she has 40% HP, no strength, 40% magic, 80% skills, 70% speed, 80% 5% defense, 5% defense. 5% defense on lunatic reverse. 15% res. Okay, well. So here's the thing. She's probably not that great, but I kind of just like Linda because she's somewhat plot important. Like not entirely so, but to an extent, I suppose. And also she has Aura, which is her #1 claim to fame. Can I even check this out here? How do I'm struggling, guys. Let's check out the stats on Aura though, because it's for all intents and purposes at this point her personal weapon. Help. Okay, yeah. So it's a light magic spell. Only women can use it. It says light magic. That makes absolutely no difference in the context of this game. There's not like light magic, dark magic, anima magic, or anything. It all just falls under one category. But Linda can use it early at level E when ordinarily it would be a rank B weapon. And you can see there, 18 power, 90 hit, 1 to 2 range. There's no weight penalty or anything like that, so you can basically go nuts with it. Really high magical damage in a game where enemies do not have a resistance stat. Pretty decent, especially for taking out really high defense enemies, generals, Draco Knights, dragons. Spoiler alert, there's lots of those in this game. Unfortunately, she's just a little bit outclassed in the sense that the male version of Aura, well, it's not really a male version of Aura, I suppose, but it's the male equivalent of Aura, is just simply much better because it deals effective damage to flyers, whereas Aura is just a really, really strong spell in general. She'll definitely be coming along, at least insofar as being a filler unit for quite some time. But, I don't know, it really just depends on her early level ups. More or less, Militia can do everything that she can do in the long term. Bar the early Aura access, obviously. This is something that only Linda can do. Other than that, she has Thunder and Nosferatu, which is another female exclusive spell. I guess I understand that males tend to have a little bit better defense growth. The thing about Nosferatu and Linda, though, is I feel as though she's just gonna get one-shot by everything anyways, so the only real way to make any kind of use out of this would be lots of Draco Shields and lots of Angelic Robes, and I don't know if the investment into that is really worthwhile. But hey, I'm bringing her along for this one. Honestly, Gordon's probably a little bit better. But hey, that's favoritism at its finest, right? And we definitely don't want Warren to have the Forge. That's just ridiculous. Okay, so we have these talks as well. Julian and Lena, 2 characters from the previous game. Let's see what they have to say. Or let's see what Marth has to say about them, I guess. Sire, according to the intel from our scouts, this will be the next battlefield. Astute observation, Deltre. That's a lot of villages. We have to fight to prevent the villagers from being harmed by rogues, and only I, the prince, can save them. Really? Because I'm pretty sure that you could send any one of us to the villages and warn them and they'd be just fine, but, alas, archaic game design. That reminds me, I believe Julian and Lena lived around here. Julian and Lena, allies from the previous war? Oh, are they ever? Lena basically won the previous war from what I recall, so, you know, there's that. She's the true hero. Yes, I should tell you about them, Deltre. Julian and Lena are now working in a convent, taking care of orphans. I wonder if they tied the knot yet. Julian is an ex-thief and Lena is a very kind cleric. Julian risked his life to rescue Lena, who had been captured by bandits. That was when I met them. Flashback. Julian, you go ahead. Save yourself. Honey, no can do. I didn't betray my boys back there so you could zap me out of here alone. With that fantastic, wonderful warp staff that I'm gonna be missing so much. Oh right, Lena also has an older brother called Matthis. He's apparently in the Macedonian army again. By Macedonian army, do you mean that Matthis might be among our enemies? Yes, I'd rather not fight him if I could. I mean, I would kill the kid. I mean, seriously, I would destroy him. If we had Julian or Lena with us, we could perhaps persuade him. Too bad we don't, so it's going to be an additional 20 turns before you can finish this map. We made it through the bordering forest at last. It is time to quell the Macedonian rebellion and rescue Princess Minerva. But that aside, I do wonder why Princess Nina entrusted Prince Marth with the Fire Emblem. The emblem is to be given to one who fights in the name of justice, in the name of House Arcania. Hardin should have delivered peace to Arcania. Appointing Lang as commander and now this drama? Just what has happened to Hardin? Oh well, Prince Marth said he'd go see the princess once this battle is over. Everything will become clear once the time comes. But now he was focused on quelling the rebellion in Macedon. Did the Avatar have one line in that entire cutscene? I don't think he did. Amazing. So yeah, as Marth pointed out, this jerkwad right here, Matthis, he's recruitable. He is terrible. He is not worth the time or the trouble whatsoever. But let's do it. Let's do it anyways. Would that I could just kill him, it would be so much simpler too. And really, there's nothing stopping you from. He doesn't recruit anybody else. He's not a good unit by any stretch of the imagination. Good God, he is not a good unit. Look at those stats. He doesn't suddenly become better once you recruit him. There's not some special conversation later down the line that you need to unlock by using Matthis and Matthis alone. Nope, these are his stats. His growth rates are nothing impressive either. But you know what? They put it in the game, so let's go ahead and get him. Also, I sold the bullion that I had sitting around since the first map. I think it's time to convert that 5,000 gold into a stat booster. I'm going to take myself, I'm going to get an angelic robe and I'm going to give it to myself, which is probably a waste in the grand scheme of things. I don't think that I'm going to have too many durability issues later down the line, but really, as for right now, the ability to take an extra hit or so on the Avatar is going to be completely great. Considering I'm going to most likely be promoting him after this map, to be perfectly honest. This one or the next one, I haven't quite decided. We'll see where he lands after this map here. But he's going to be picking up a few levels, and I want him to be nice and tanky by the time he promotes. Only 13 defense right now. I'd like to see that number a little bit higher, maybe 14, 15, something along those lines. And then by promotion, he'll be set for life, more or less. Again, maybe a little bit of a waste. Could have probably spent that on somebody else, maybe Katria, maybe a certain other blue-haired flyer that we might be seeing a little bit later. But really, I hate this map, but I don't want to have to think. I'll be honest. That's my logic. That is my reasoning. I don't want to have to think about this map. I just want to be able to go out there and be assured that I will win. So there you go. I'm giving an angelic robe to the Avatar, and now I think that this will be a lot simpler in the grand scheme of things, most notably because of this giant squad of Draco Knights here. He would God, I hate this map so much, I'm getting tongue-tied, man. Essentially, he can't survive this wave of Draco Knights as they come, as he was, but with the angelic robe, he can't do so easily, and it's also going to mean that he can possibly cheese some stuff later on as a Draco Knight, where ordinarily he would get crushed by an archer or something like that. With the extra HP, maybe he can just barely hang on. That's what I'm going for at any rate. I also gave the rainbow potion to the Avatar as well as one to Katria because I do not have the man staff that I'm really starting to regret right about now. It's going to be more important that she has that extra little bit of defense to survive the initial wave of enemies. The initial wave of enemies, he says. Basically the only wave of enemies. But hey, map design. Okay, I guess we might as well just give this a shot. I don't know how this is going to go. It really depends on how these Draco Knights want to act. If they're feeling a certain type of way, this might be a little bit difficult, but if they just want to play along, I think we'll be good. I also made Drog into another hunter, stripped Warren of his title. He's now sitting around as a knight. That's usually what I do. I just dump classes, I just dump characters that I'm not going to use into sort of unimportant classes like Knight or Dark Mage or something like that. You know, just a class you're not going to use if I want to free up that slot, because Hunter is a pretty good slot, and Warren brought another one along with him, so now we can have both Ryan and Drog as Hunters, which is great. Again, Hunter's just strictly better than Archers in just about every imaginable way, but more importantly, oh yes, it's her. It's her. Paula, already. Oh my gosh, my heart cannot take this. It's only chapter 3, guys. It's only chapter 3, guys. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm sweating.
Julian, good news. Katria finally brought the Altian army for us. We're gonna join their ranks to help save Princess Minerva. Please take Lena and escape to safety, quickly.
So Lena's still here at this point. Interesting. Nope, I'm full of crap. No can do, Pala. Lena's disappeared. I'm now leaving by myself.
What? Lena as well. Princess Maria is missing too. Why is it only clerics?
Good question, good question. Anyway, I'm staying here in the village to see if I can't find any information. Sorry, Pala. Give my breast to Prince Marth. Okay, Julian, whatever, man. Waste 20 turns of my life, why don't you? So he runs off to the village and will refuse to come out even for Pala. He only comes up for Marth, don't know why. God damn you, Julian. I don't know who I should be more upset at. Julian for being stupid and running off to this village and making this entire map so much worse than it ever needed to be. Or Matthis just for being a general prick. Either or, but if you can kind of put the clues together, you can see that we need to take Marth, who is right here. We need to take his sorry blue behind all the way up here. All the way up here to this village where Julian just retreated to in order to recruit this sorry excuse for a knight, young Michalis, young Matthis, whatever he goes by now. He doesn't even know what his own name is. That's how bad he is. And there's no way to take the easy direct route, because if you go through the middle, he is aggressive. He will get himself killed on your units. Make no mistake, he's of no threat to you. He's of absolutely no threat to you whatsoever, but he will die. Look at these stats. Look at even the most basic unit I have right now. I don't know who that would really be. I kind of like all of my units, not gonna lie. Hold up. But still, Marth one-rounds this guy. I think Marth one-shots this guy with the rapier. And Marth's not even all that. So, invariably, you can see the problem with this map. You can see the problem with this map. I hope that you can see the problem with this map. It should be readily apparent by this stage, but if not, I'll just spell it out for you. There is so much nothing to do in this map. There are no surprise reinforcements from over here on the left side of the map that might catch you off guard, that might incentivize you to move the majority of your troops in this direction. There's nothing going on up here, for the most part, besides this beautiful, beautiful green-haired goddess. Besides her, there's nothing really of note up here. Reinforcements will spawn from these 3 forts for a decent amount of time. However, it's mostly just to get on Paula's behind and make it so that she can't just simply solo the map, because she's death incarnate. Let's bring it back. Let's be positive, and let's talk about the only saving grace to this chapter. Hold up, Paula. So in a truly sinister move, the game hides the best unit ever
beyond the wall that is the worst map of the game. So we have Pala here with 70 hit points, 60 strength, 60 strength, 0% magic, 90% skill, 30% speed, 20% luck, 30% defense, and 10% resistance. Now you might notice that 30% speed sticks out a little bit, but look at that base. Look at that incredible, beautiful, sexy 16 base speed. Enough said, am I right? What more needs to be said? What more needs to be said? I don't think there's anything that I could possibly add to the conversation about Pala at this point I can't even do it, guys. I can't even do it, guys. I can't do it at all. Like, it brings a tear to my eye. Look at these bases. Look at these bases. She can also use silvers right off the bat, which is, I mean, why not, right? She's already broken. Why not go all the way? And she's just as broken in the original, if not more broken, considering enemies are not nearly as powerful. So yeah, Pala, fantastic unit, 10 out of 10. Would use it every single playthrough, and I would recommend that you do the same unless you, for some reason, are doing some kind of challenge run, or you just really want to see how much more difficult the game is by gimping yourself in totally absurd ways. Always use Pala. There's no reason to not use Pala. Use Pala, damn it! Now, as for the rest of this, there's basically a whole lot of not moving. Oh, wait. There's one thing I wanted to do that I completely neglected to do. Right, so I wanted to buy another healing step for Militia, seeing as to how we're probably going to have enough time to break both of them within this one single map. So, no time like the present, eh? Let's just get to it. I'm going to send Marth over to this village, staying out of range of this police, so there's absolutely no reason to take this shift damage at this point, and I also think that he's going to be useful insofar as potentially baiting one of these Dracos away from your boy Deltre. I don't know if that's going to be necessary or not, but it is something to keep in mind, and it is certainly an option, a viable strategy indeed. Now, these 3 Draco Knights on this left-hand side should charge me in theory. Did I move Pala this time? No, I did not. Always move Pala. If you don't, they will come after her. Oh yeah, they'll come after her, make no mistake. And that would not be good. She's really good and all, but she's not good enough to hold off wave after wave after wave of Draco Knight, at least not in this version of the game. In the original, you could basically just leave her alone, it should be fine, more or less. RNG willing, of course, but for here, let's play it a little bit smarter. So Katria is going to take a huge hit, as expected. These Draco Knights are not playing around. All of them have silver weapons, of course. Katria, no, what have you done? Aw, crap, the other one can swoop in now. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Man. It feels like I'm getting a lot more crits that end up hurting me than crits that end up helping me. I don't know. Is it just me? Is it just me? Okay, so obviously Katria is not supposed to critical hit on this first Draco Knight because it leaves her totally exposed to the following Silver Axe dude, and we don't want that. So how about trying to show a little bit of restraint here, Katria? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that leaves him plenty low. Just about anybody I choose can pick him off. I could probably be Linda, I guess. Why not? I brought her for a reason, right? And of course we have Ryan and Drog here to play a little bit of cleanup. No, they're moving the wrong way. They're moving right towards Bella. That's really bad. That's really bad. So, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I think that I just lose. Like, no joke. I think that I just lose. AI can be really fickle in this game sometimes. I don't know, like, I don't feel like there was anything I could have done about that other than to, I guess, move Pala further away. Yeah, she's so incredibly dead. She's so incredibly dead. Whoops. Well, let's see if this plan down here is even gonna work out. So Ryan can easily take out one Draco Knight for himself, get a level up on top of that. Now, the question would be, do I want to try and give... You know what? I could probably have Drog. Yeah, Drog can kill this guy. No problem. We're gonna do that for some nice, easy EXP on him. And then I think Linda and Katria can gang up on that remaining guy. And then... Oh, and it's such a good level up! Why did the AI do this to me? Yeah, Linda and Katria can easily gang up on this last Draco Knight. Katria can even get some nice heals, so we'll throw that out there. Look at Aura, by the way. Awesome spell. Looks amazing. Too bad, again, it's only locked to Linda for all intents and purposes, at least at this stage of the game. Yeah, Katria is even good for a kill here with a Javelin, but her sister's not looking so hot. Well, I mean, Oh my god, these level ups. These level ups. Are you kidding me? What did I ever do to this game to deserve this? Like, no joke. So Aaron survives, right? He has 17 defense. I can throw him on the forest. 9, and then, yeah. So he would survive easily. Easily. But the problem is that, of course, Pella is gonna die unless the Draco Knights decide to double back, which maybe... Actually, no, there's nothing I can do at this point because Cavaliers are gonna start spawning from this fort, and if they are allowed to spawn right now, I'm not gonna be able to kill this thief. Yeah, and they're gonna just pile on the damage too quickly. Whatever, so maybe Pella dodges every attack. Maybe she dodges literally every attack. That's all I can hope for at this stage. Here comes the Ballista. They're not really feasible to run these out in this game either. I thought I should point that out. In some other games, they only have 5 shots, but here they have quite a bit. 20-something, 20+. So there's really no way that you can just stall them out. Which is something I kind of agree with, to be honest. I always think it's kind of lame to just stall out siege weaponry. It just kind of... It doesn't really add to the strategy unless it's used in a particular way. I think that in certain maps of, for example, Fire Emblem 9... Stalling out siege weapons is the perfectly viable tactic, but most of the time it just devolves into turtling. Yep, so Bella dies. Abel, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with stalling out siege weaponry. No, I'm saying that if that is the only way that you can handle siege weaponry, not just at your own individual skill level, but if it's actually the best strategy to use, then I feel like you've at some level failed at map design, except for, again, in a few exceptions. For example, there was that one map. Ina's map, in fact, in Fire Emblem 9, where I felt like stalling out the siege stones was actually a very valid part of the strategy because of the design of the map, to where you would want to do that so that by the time Ike is coming around to seize the throne, the siege weapons are all gone, and you can kind of proceed from there. And I thought that was a cool use of siege weaponries, but for the most part, I feel like you shouldn't just be able to stall them out. I feel like they should be sort of high-priority targets, right? So you see this Ballista in here, and you know you've got to take him out before you can move in with your flyers and whatnot. And I think that that's perfectly valid. Now, let's try and not draw all the Draco Knights up to Palla. That would be just great. Of course, I'm not going to be getting half as good of level ups this time around, no doubt. Come on, let's see an HP only level up for Katria. How about 1 point of luck for Drog? That'd be pretty great. Come on now, I know you want to do it. I know you want to do it, game. Hey, we don't miss at least, so there's always that. And I can still kill this Draco, which I was a little bit concerned about, I won't lie. See, this is what should have happened the first time. That's exactly what should have happened the first time, but no! Alright, so... This guy. We can turn off you now. And from here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So I can move Marth onto this forest and he can still easily reach the village. No problem. Definitely should have given a javelin to myself. Oh yeah, I without a doubt should have given a javelin to myself. Because I think I failed to kill the axe guy due to weapon triangle. Yeah. Oh well. Doesn't really make a huge difference. Again, I can only really move at the speed of Marth, so it doesn't really make all that big of a difference as to how quickly I'm moving the Avatar. He's basically the personal guard dog at this point, and he's gonna solo all of those Draco Knights by himself. Now tell me that doesn't sound like a horrible piece of fanfiction gone wrong. We have the entire army over here preparing with one another. Oh my god, what a good level up, Ryan. What a good level up, Ryan. We have this whole army over here of the most capable, hand-picked fighters in Marth's Legion, struggling to barely break even with this lowly battalion of Draco Riders. And then over on the left-hand side, Deltre, the hero, single-handedly wipes out an entire wave of soldiers, single-handedly. Like, that just doesn't seem right to me. Oh, hit point, strength, speed. Not even bad, Katria. More strength on her, especially early on, is going to be pretty huge, I feel. Let's go, Drog. And sit down. Now, I guess the only debate would have been as to whether I should have healed Aaron or... Oh my god, Drog. I was joking when I said 1 point of luck, man. That was not... Oh my god. I guess I had that coming. I guess I can't be too mad. So, with Aaron, I guess... I probably should have had him with a vulnerary or something of the sort. Because I feel as though I might need him to chip in here on these next 3, but maybe not. Maybe not. At this point, I think I should be safe to move Pala back over to this fort. We gotta block that one in particular due to the fact that Cavaliers will be spawning at any given moment. And I'd also like to try I'd like to try and find a way to finagle a kill for Luke if I can. I'm not sure it's gonna be possible though. I'm really not. That being said, these guys are all gonna challenge me, the Avatar, and oh yeah, I definitely should have had a javelin because this whole situation would not be an issue if I did. Huh. Well, that's certainly not good. Yeah, that's really not good. How did I allow this to happen? I guess I'm just tilted because I do not enjoy this map at all. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm a broken record about that point, but it's really just not fun. It's really just boring, and I think that's the biggest shame of it all. I don't really lose here, though. I can just use a vulnerary, and I can take one hit. If the Draco Knight should choose to go after Marth, that's almost better in a way, because Marth does need to worry about that experience after all. Hit points, strength, skill, speed, luck. Yeah, what an amazing level up. What an amazing level up. So that sort of dissuades a lot of my fears for the Avatar as of right now. In terms of stats, we can go get this village. Have you noticed that large drawbridge behind this village? No. Normally it's separated by the river, but if you use this key here, you can cross the bridge. Just once you cross the drawbridge, the enemies on the other side will come and attack you at once. If you want to advance safely, you might be better off taking the long detour that goes right around the mountain. Here, take the key. No matter which path you take, do take care of yourself, okay? Okay, will do. So we get the bridge key, which, as that young lady suggested, we can use to lower the drawbridge. But upon doing so, the AI becomes aggressive and they will all choose to attack you without discretion, but that's not really something I need to worry about as of right now. As long as I'm out of range of this guy right here, we're totally fine. These guys actually didn't advance, which is a little bit concerning. Yeah, that's a little bit concerning. So where's this guy's range? I thought I was in his range. I am in his range, so why didn't they advance? That's annoying, because if they decide to go after Pala instead, I'd be in a dead game once again. And I do have to have her take out this thief, which is what she's doing up here. So he goes down without too much of a fight. And at this point, Pala's got to dip. She's got to get out of here because, again, Cavaliers are going to be spawning from those forts. Now, for the Avatar, I guess all I really need to do... Yeah, I guess all I really need to do is move him forward and use a vulnerary. And whether or not this guy goes after Marth or the Avatar doesn't really matter. I suppose healing up Aaron is possibly the play here, or do I want to heal up Katria? Now, obviously, Katria is the one who wants the primary experience here. I'll tell you what, I will heal up Katria, and I will do so in hopes to draw them in with perhaps a weaker target. And Aaron can just take her vulnerary and heal himself back up a little bit in case he needs the extra health to take an additional hit or something like that. Maybe just a chip for somebody else. Luke in particular is kind of who I'm looking at this point. Other than that, it really doesn't matter. I could even... Hold on. Maybe if I am in range of all three of them, or if I give them... I'm thinking if I throw Luke out here, they should move. More or less, that's about where I'm at. Does Luke get one shot? He shouldn't. There's very little chance, I feel. Yeah, he'd be fine. He'd be fine. But the problem with that is then, of course, he wouldn't be able to actually finish anybody off. Conversely, if they should choose to go after Pala, no, let's just risk it. Let's just risk it. Oh, cutscene, really? Young Michalis. Rook, I'm impressed a spineless coward like you could throw this country into so much chaos. I'll hazard a guess that Hardin talked you into this. Well, but how? Thought I was dead? Ha ha! My death was but a trifle. Oh my god, we got a badass over here. Hand Minerva over to me, Rook. I've no longer had plans for this country. Do with it as you please. However, I won't rest until I've disposed of him with my own hands. Somebody's got a vendetta. But Princess Minerva is barely breathing. Nobody can save her now. Do you want me to shove this spear down your throat? I said bring her to me. Yes, of course. Somebody bring the princess here. It's been a while, Minerva. That ungainly appearance doesn't suit you. Losing Maria, your subordinate abandoning you. Is this the ideal country you dreamed of? Michalis, how? I'm saying. But I guess a little bit more about that. Seems like we got some family drama. Mark's gonna take a huge hit, but retaliate in kind, so we're looking pretty good. That's gonna be a level up and then some. Yeah, dividing up these Draco Knights is such a huge part of this, I feel. Hit points, strength, skill, reds of all things. Okay. Okay, not the best level up, not the worst. Okay, Bella, it's really about time you bounced. Time to go! Can I make it from fort to fort? Because if so, I might as well do that, simply because that's gonna be another kill for Bella. As a Cavalier should spawn here at any given time now. And we're just gonna keep healing up with the Avatar. He's gonna go ahead. I guess I want him to draw on this next Draco Knight, I suppose. Yeah, that seems like that'd be a better course of action, because eventually Palad's gonna catch up to this guy, and we don't want that. We definitely want the Avatar to be closer, seeing as to how he's just simply so much better at fighting. Well, I shouldn't even say so much better at fighting. He's just marginally better at fighting, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have to throw Luke out here. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. That's unfortunate, but there's nothing I can really do about it at this point. Yeah, I guess. Damn, dude, Luke is falling behind really quick. Really, really quickly. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. I really don't. Well, there's nothing I can really do additionally on this turn, and I know that there's a lot of units over there who aren't moving or really participating in any meaningful way, but guess what? That's the map. They can one-shot Bala. They can one-shot Bala. Oh, baby. Well, they can't one-shot her, but they do 18 damage. Oh, baby, that's not what I expected. I don't know why I didn't expect that. They have silvers. So, damn it, that didn't even cause these guys to move. Huh. I need to rethink this a little bit. And Ryan, oh, I've just realized we lost all those amazing level ups, but that one was no real slouch, I have to say that much. Okay, Ryan, I'm looking at you, dog. I can appreciate that, but I just feel like Catria's was so good. Hit points, strength, skill, speed, luck. Hey, that's way better on Drog at least. So I guess we can accept that, I suppose. So you win some, you lose some. I feel like, but Luke is so much further behind than Catria is. Right, so maybe I should give it to... Maybe I should give this one to Luke, in all honesty. Yeah, I think we're going to make that slight adjustment. And honestly, Aaron from Vol can just run out here with the silver, no problem. So I guess we're going to do that and see where things take us. Yeah, let's make this slight adjustment. Give this kill to Luke. We can get a kill for Catria here, no problem, regardless. Maybe Luke should be another Cavalier or something of that nature. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. Strength, speed, worth it. Worth it. Yeah, that was worth it. Catria can honestly just heal up with this Vulnerary, and Militia can bring her back to the point where she can take a hit on the next turn if she is not already there. I think she is, though, honestly. Oh, just kidding. These guys went after Pala. How fantastic. God, the AI in this game is so inconsistent sometimes. What did I do differently? I guess I moved Pala one space too much to the left. So, rip good level ups. Damn it. Okay, move Pala all the way to the northeast. Kill. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. I need another good level up for sure. Hit points. Man, this game is brutal. So yeah, I think we're going to stick with the same adjustment, though. We'll give this kill to Luke. Heal up Aaron. Have him run out here. All on his lonesome. Drog, don't let me down, man. Don't let me down, man. I'm not in the mood. Hit points, speed, luck, average. Average. Okay, maybe Luke, though. Maybe Big Luke. Let's see it. Hit points, strength, skills, speed, luck, defense. Okay, you know what? It's all worth it. It's all worth it. Heal. Did they go after Pala this time? No, they didn't. Thank God. See, I don't know what I did differently. I really don't. Alright, so you there. And these guys still didn't move. What the heck, man? What the heck? And here comes young Michalis. Okay, those Draco Knights really just don't want to move. Like, at all. Okay, here comes Mars level up. Probably not going to get res this time. Maybe something else. Oh my gosh, that was a lot worse. That was a lot worse, I won't lie. But at least he got defense. Okay, these guys just don't care. This is kind of ridiculous. When are they going to move? Because I know that they can. I know for a fact that they can. And I also know now that because those guys are incredibly strong, those Cavaliers, that is to say, because they're incredibly strong, I know to use the Vulnerary on Pallet now. I feel like this map has a little bit too much trial and error on top of not having a whole lot to do, which is just kind of a deadly combination, really, because it's very boring, and the only challenge comes from the unpredictability of it. Oh my god, Ryan is the devil, guys. Do you think if I moved Pala out here that... Not Pala, but Katria. Do you think that would somehow influence them to move? It's also kind of hard to, like, narrow down individual ranges here. But that's more of a problem of it being on such a small screen originally, being a DS title and all that, so I can't really fault the game too much for that, I suppose. Now, Katria, 10 defense, that should be more than enough. It's 26. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. So Katria there, Luke here. I'm just trying to make something happen. Honestly, I'm trying anything I can at this point. Between these three, there's really no chance that I can't take out every enemy that I'll need to. But I just really would like them to move, honestly. Now, the Cavaliers actually will catch up to Pala eventually. They do have 1 point of movement on her, so you have to be quick. You have to be quick. And I think that she should have just enough HP to survive one more here after the healing. Yes, sir. Okay. She should have enough HP to survive one more attack, and I do believe that another Cavalier is going to spawn, so it's important that we heal up yet again. I can't quite make it into range for this guy. But technically the Avatar is closer, so I'm hoping that that's somehow going to influence the direction in which the Draco Knights move. Unfortunately, this village is still out of range, and these assholes are still not moving. What is their deal? He's literally as far north as I can go. Like, please, just take the bait, man. Just take the bait. Yep, another Cavalier does spawn, and we are indeed in range. But because Pala's really strong, she actually one-rounds them, so it's not too much of an issue. The problem is, of course, if you're ever in range to be attacked by multiple at the same time. And again, they're gaining on you one tile at a time. So sooner or later, it's not going to matter how fast you run. They're going to catch you. And in this village, you're bored. You come to Macedon as well. Hey, long time no see, Prince. Cord already joined with you guys, right? We Talesian mercenaries wanted to join you's army, so we came all the way here. Princess Shade is our lady, and the guy who's gonna be a man is important to us too. Prince Moth, I'll protect you with my life. Thank you, Board. So we have Board here. Let's pull him up real quick. So, Board, he's another growth unit. Again, he suffers a lot of similar problems to that of Cord. However, Board at the very least has that very nice, juicy C rank axes to start off things with. Unfortunately, he has that nasty 6 base speed as well, so it's not doing him any favors. He's also much less inclined to grow at the speed stat as opposed to Cord. As for his growth, he has 100% HP, 65 strength, no magic, 65 skill, 30% speed, 45% luck, 20% defense, and no resistance. So he's basically the skill version of Cord, which, as we all know, makes him a lot worse, more or less. Again, he does have that C rank in axes, so that means automatic hammer use. However, the fact of the matter is, especially on lunatic mode, everything is going to double him, and with 5 defense, he's so susceptible to being one-rounded by more or less everything and everyone. So, you know, there's not really a whole lot that can be said other than that. He's not cut out for this mode in any way, shape, or form. I would say if you were going to raise one at Board or Cord, stick with Cord. Always Cord, honestly. Now, at this point, if I trigger this last Draco Knight over here, do you think that might cause these guys to somehow move? It might. It might not. Nobody really knows. So, what is wrong with these guys? It's a little bit frustrating, I won't lie. It's not like I'm in any kind of hurry, though. Again, we can only move at the speed of Marth, so... Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Your first mistake was challenging Deltray. That's a lot of experience. I think if I just simply have my... Oh, there we go. Finally! Why does that make sense? Why? Why? Why would they ever be tied to that one lone Draco Knight with the Master Seal? That makes no sense to me. Fortunately, this plan has worked out flawlessly. Well, not necessarily flawlessly, but it has worked out to some extent. So I think... Actually, this was probably a huge mistake, thinking about it. Oh yeah, we can't deal with these guys, can we? I don't think we can. Ooh. Well, I do have the Javelin on Kadri, so I think that we can make some chip magic happen here. If I would have... 16. Yeah, that'll do, pig, that'll do. So Aaron can smack this guy pretty heavily, and then Kadri can finish with a Javelin, no problem. Oh, skip the animation, sorry about that. Yeah, so Kadri can just fly up, run through, use that Javelin, take him on out of there. Yeah, the Javelin's pretty useful, I gotta say. Pretty useful. I might even want to forge one at some point. It's luck! Oh my god, no, not like this. I hate this map. I hate this map, dude. I hate this map. Well, level up for Militia. At least get a good one. Skill speed, it's decent. Speed is kind of a thing for her. Magic is what I'm looking at, though. Definitely looking at her magic more than anything. Considering the position that we find ourselves in, oh, look at that. The steel bow by itself is more than enough. Yeah, Ryan is definitely picking up a lot of steam. He's picking up a lot of steam. And I'm definitely seeing why he can be considered a solid unit. Oh, God. What are these level ups, man? Whatever. Whatever, man. Let's just get a kill to Linda. No real reason. Probably could have divided these up a little bit better. I think that allowing Luke to be attacked on that turn was actually a mistake. I stand by the Katria thing, but allowing Luke to get hit was probably not in my best interest. I just really wanted to try anything to get them to move. I thought the reason that maybe they weren't moving was because they couldn't kill anybody. So I wanted to give them, you know, squishier targets to attack, but nope. Seems like they're actually tied to this random Master Seal Draco Knight out in the middle of nowhere. So just keep that in mind for your future endeavors if you're playing along at home. For whatever reason. Ooh, Katri or Pella. Pella has no more vulneraries. Ooh. Probably didn't need to use that last one in hindsight. Yeah, probably didn't need to use that last one in hindsight. But I can still send the Avatar barreling forward with no regard for his safety. Considering he has 16 defense, he's only taking, what would that be? 11 damage, so I can still take out 2 of these Cavaliers. And wouldn't you know it, there's only 2 that remain, so there you go. And besides, he can match their movement anyway, so it's not really as if I'm in any particular danger by sending him forward. And at this point, you can kind of see the huge issue at this map. Because no more Cavalier reinforcements spawn, and I don't believe that any more are going to spawn. We're done here, basically. We're done here, basically, until this last wave of enemies. And in order to recruit Matthis, once again, it bears repeating, we gotta move Martha from here to here. With nothing at all in between. Map design. So I guess just heal up Palop. Yeah, I guess just heal up Palop. And at this point, we're going to send Katria up here as well. Beyond the Ballista, of course, we don't want to get attacked by that. But other than that, honestly, I'm just going to let Aaron get attacked here repeatedly. And Militia is going to use him to grind up stabs. And experience in general, honestly. I could use the bridge key here, but it really is sort of irrelevant. By doing that, you risk the possibility of Matthis coming down to the south and not to the north, at which point everything is for nothing because you'll end up killing him. So there's... This map is just bad. Honestly and truly, it's just not a good map. I could even use this as an opportunity to level up swords a little bit, I guess. And in the event that another Cavalier spawned, I would still be out of range, so that's fine. Let's do it. Let's do it up. And let's just go ahead and cut, honestly. I could sit around and complain about all of the really obvious issues that this kind of map design lends itself to. The fact is, you're not doing anything. And that's really the bottom line. You're just not doing anything in this map, so there's really no point in even talking about it. So that being said, right now it is turn 9. And now it's turn 14. The only interesting thing that happened, besides this one level up that Militia got, was I had enough time to realize that I should have given Katria Aaron's javelin. So I had her fly all the way back to where she started, and she flew all the way back and gave it to the Avatar, and Marth is only just now getting to this village. So that's 5-6 turns with absolutely nothing happening. A lot more than that if you want to count just Marth's travel in general, where he really doesn't contribute or do much of anything besides move his maximum distance every single turn, hit a few villages on the way, and kill that one Dragonite. And that's this whole chapter. All because Matthis is a prick. Hey Prince, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's me, Julian. Julian, you know, you could have come out and helped out at any given time. No, that's okay, Prince. Thought I'd sit here and wait for you. I'd heard that you've gone to Macedon with Lena, but to think we'd cross paths here. How is Lena? Of course she's with you, right? How should I say this? Lena's suddenly up and vanished. I don't know what to do. Wait, Julian, tell me what happened, in detail. Lena's been missing since last night. The villagers speak of some sort of strange priest prowling around lately. It seemed that somehow Lena was taken by this man. A priest? Julian, as it turns out, Princess Maria has gone missing as well. I have a terrible feeling about this. Anyway, staying here won't solve anything. Come with us. I'm worried for Lena too. We'll all help look for her. Prince Marth, thank you. Nothing would please me more. Okay, so 14 turns in and here is Julian, the man with the plan, who could have helped out at any given time, chose not to, whatever, man. His growth rates are actually incredibly good despite being a thief. In addition, he also has a personal, well, not a personal, he shares it with Marth, but he has a level cap of 30 as opposed to the normal level cap of 20, so he has extra room to grow. I do believe his caps are quite poor, however. Despite that, again, he has very solid growth rates. Specifically, he has 80% HP, 70% strength, no magic, 60 skills, 70% speed, 80% luck, 40% speed, and 40% defense, and no resistance. So he'll never get any resistance, meaning that he just takes straight magic damage. It's kind of annoying in a sense because there are siege magical spells in this game. However, that being said, you never actually need to give him experience, and I genuinely recommend that you do not give him experience unless you're just messing around, having fun. Maybe you like training up your thieves, turning your zeros to heroes, whatever have you. That's cool, I understand that, but there's really no reason to train Julian at all, considering he can do exactly what he does at base, the same as if he were level 30. You don't really get any kind of benefit by wasting experience on him. Oh, God bless this man, he comes with a men's staff. Oh, God bless this man. I guess that makes sense, seeing as how he's dating a cleric and all. So that's good. Julian has already contributed more than Matthis ever will, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Now that said, just because I don't recommend training him does not mean I don't think he's a good unit. He absolutely is. But he's a thief, right? He does thief things. That's sort of his whole gimmick. There's really no reason to deploy him other than that. Again, you'd be better off with just about any other fighter taking up that last slot on any map where there's nothing to steal. Well, I guess I shouldn't say steal. You don't steal per se. But when there's no treasure to grab, there's really no reason to have him. And that would be my brilliant assessment on him. Even though now I do understand where some people feel as though you might want to train him, given that later on in the game there is a recruitable character. And by later on in the game, I mean literally the final map. And there is a character that only he can recruit. But it's not really necessary to have him leveled up for that. He can do it just the same at level 1 as he could at level 30. So again, there's really no sense in wasting the experience. So here comes more ballista shots. I wonder how many of those I've actually used up at this point. Yeah, I didn't figure these guys would move. That's okay. Given how long we had to wait for Marth, the Avatar actually... Given how long we had to wait for Marth, the Avatar has actually had more than enough opportunity to heal all the way back to full by waiting around on ports, something you almost never see. But I can throw the Avatar right here with the Steel Lance, which should be more than enough to claim the lives of all of these Cavaliers as they come. I may even use the Iron Sword, honestly, because again, we're getting pretty close to that D rank, which I do believe is Armor Slayers. Maybe it's C rank, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, it should be Armor Slayers upon promotion, I do believe. Is the Iron Sword enough? That would give me 24 attack. They only have 5 defense. Oh, it's more than enough. In fact, isn't the Javelin the play? Right, because then I could get chip on this guy. If not, outright kill him. So yeah, I guess the Javelin would be the play, right? 23 minus minus 6. So yeah, we're still comfortably one-rounding all of these guys. So yeah, Javelin it is. I mean, I'm one-rounding them no matter what, right? So yeah, I guess that's fine. And here comes Julian, the character in question needed to recruit young Matthis. Does Julian one-round? Does he one-round Matthis? He shouldn't. And he definitely doesn't get one shot because it's Matthis. So yeah, I think we're fine. Marth can make his way to the throne now. More or less unimpeded rather. Yeah, this map is just there's nothing redeeming about this map, honestly. There's really no point. And I think we can afford to just leave it at that. So we take out the Forged Javelin guy. Now, of course, there is always the chance that I could miss here, which almost could work to my advantage. Hit points, magic, luck. What are these are some of the worst level ups I have ever seen. No joke, man. Now, of course, the Avatar is going to be quite weakened at this stage, so we might not be able to finish things off with him, but that should be just fine. He actually still has enough health to survive one more shot from the Ballista, which is going to be pretty handy, considering the fact that I obviously don't want to send in Pala or Katria. So here comes this dickwad. Julian is in range, thank God, so we can just go ahead and get this guy to our side right now. He's even going to come with some vulneraries, which is just fantastic. Hey, cut it out. Why must you always insist on pointing your sword at us? I pity Linda for having to put up with your stupidity. Oh, tell him, Julian. Oh, it's you, Julian. Are you still trying to worm your way into Glenda's good books? No way, I won't hand my cute little sister to a thieving rat like you. You can relax. Lynn and I would never work out. Oh my god, this guy is so I love you, Julian. But even if it's just a little, I wanted to help her in any way I could. Yo, you finally realized where you stand. Attaboy, Julian. You'll never be half the man that I am. Me, Matthis. Okay. That's not really the kind of thing I want to hear from you. Well, whatever. If you're worried about Lennon, then come with me. Oh, alright, thanks. You see, they forced me to join the rebel army, but you know I hate fighting, considering I'm such a pansy. Alright, little brother, let's join forces and look for cute little Lena. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is it even worth the time to look up his stat? You know what, fine, whatever. Matthis, 100% HP, 50% strength, 0% magic, 40% skill, 30% speed, 30% luck, 30% defense, 5% res, 100% trash! Now I can just run up here, take the vulnerary, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm upset. That recruitment conversation physically made me sick. This is no joke. This is no jape. This is just the reality of the situation. I guess we can have Katria and Pala hang out. If only there were a third one here, I could get the magical triangle attack going, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Heal up with the young militia once more. Did they not? No, I guess they didn't attack him, did they? Huh. Oh, he does have less defense. Yeah, that makes sense. Everything checks out. So everybody in this area can take a hit. Julian's probably not even going to get hit. Oh, he did. Unfortunate. Makes no difference. I can easily murder this guy. Can I take a hit, do you think, from the boss? Oh, I definitely can. So there's nothing stopping me from leaving Deltray in range, but I guess that wouldn't really make sense in hindsight. So let's just go ahead, kill him with the Steel Lance. Why not? Get out of here. I'm so tired of this map. And I guess the only remaining question would be, who is the better investment here? Pala, Katria, or the Avatar? Marth, not quite in range to seize. Not quite in range to seize. What's this shop still in anyways? I might want to buy one more Javelin. Yeah, I'm really thinking about one more Javelin just so that I can have something to forge at a later point. Although I'm running a little bit low on funds. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So we buy one more Javelin. I can maybe forge that up later down the road. You get another nice heal for Militia. She gained almost 3 levels on this map, so that's pretty good, if nothing else. How bad do you think Matthis gets blown away? Oh my god. Why do you exist? You know what, let's just have Matthis use the save point. Why not? Why not, man? And there's his contributions for the game, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose we can start the party off with Katria. She disappointed me quite a bit on this map, I won't lie. That level up was just really underwhelming. Not really her fault, considering she got some very good ones initially, but it's disappointing to say the least.
Oh, damn it! Why is the LTN army here? You're all going down with me. Die!
No, you bud. Oh right, he has a silver lance. Hi, how's it going? So that was a mistake. For some reason, I thought that he would be stuck on the javelin when very clearly he is not. However, actually there really is no however. That was just a bad move all around because now I can't attack him with the avatar. Rip. Yeah, that was just a bad move all around. So that certainly happened. I do think I would prefer to give this to Pala at any rate, so I can just hang out. She can probably not even do a single point of damage with the javelin, huh? Yeah, I don't think she can. Alright, you didn't see anything. I really want to just give this to Pala, though. I really do, because much like the avatar, getting her to promotion level up is going to be pretty huge. And I mean, I can promote her right now, obviously, but it's not quite time. That's how I feel about it anyways. It seems to me it would be much wiser to get her at least a few level ups, maybe to about level 15 or so, and then go ahead and promote her. I might just wait one more match to promote the avatar. It really just depends. I could do it, and he'd probably be fine. Yeah, he'd probably be fine, but I'd much rather take my chances here. I think the next one should be, I mean, more or less fine. Ah, the Altitude Knights, as I expected. If that's what you expect, why did you challenge me? That's all I want to know. Level up for Pala, maybe a god speed level up, hit point, strength, skill, speed. Hey, Pala, my girl. So everybody else kind of crapped out on me, but Pala delivers as always. We get the Toro Star Shard, which is going to be pretty good. We get our victory music, and I will never return here. I will never be caught dead on this map ever again. So go ahead and seize, and let's pretend this never happened, eh? And with that, sire, the rebels have fled the castle, but I regret to inform you that Princess Minerva was nowhere to be found. What could have happened? She was supposed to be held inside the castle. It is a mystery.
Oh, I knew this task was unworthy. Excellent work, Prince Moth. We'll take care of Magadon from here. Now let's discuss your next mission.
Oh, this asshole. General Lang, what in the world do you want this time?
Well, you see, my castle was attacked and the Grustian prince and princess were kidnapped. The perpetrator fled to Magadon, it seems. Prince Moth, you are to capture him and return the children to me.
You're asking me to send those children to their doom.
You're in no position to defy me. Now off to work you go, my prince.
Your rudeness towards my liege has gone too far.
Shut up. Prince Marth is not your minion. What did you say? Know your place, Altian soldier.
So a lot of people hate this because originally Jagan is the one to tell Prince Lang, goddamn, to tell General Lang off at this point, but does it make a big difference, really? I guess it would be a cool character moment for Jagan, if nothing else. So I guess in that sense I can see, you know what, I'll give that a pass. I'll go ahead and say that I can understand, but I really don't. It doesn't bother me that much, to be honest. Not this time, anyways. There's plenty of stuff to make fun of. This one doesn't really. I don't know. I'm just not sold on it. I'm just not sold on it being a character ruining moment, I guess.
Nah, Moth, it seems that your countrymen are devoid of manners.
I apologize on his behalf. But as Deltre says, General Lang, I will follow your orders from here. I no longer will follow your orders from here. Huh, that's a very different sentence.
Sire. What? Do you mean to defy my orders? I see. As I suspected, it was your doing. The person who kidnapped Grust, Prince, and Princess was the mercenary Ogma. On your orders, no less.
I didn't know of this, but if I had the choice, I would have done exactly as you suggested. Back at Grust, even though they were meant to be our enemies, I should have helped those children.
Ah, yes, Marth, you're a pair, finally. You clearly speak words of treason. Perhaps I should report this to the Emperor.
Do as you will, but you're not the only person who intends to visit the palace. I will speak to Emperor Hardin and Princess Nina and inform them of your crimes. Sorry, Jagan, but I cannot stand for this any longer.
I understand. You have endured well until now.
Lang, my liege might forgive your frequent rudeness to him, but I will not. Come, draw your sword. Even though I, Jagan, am old and senile, I will not lose to the likes of you. See, he still has his moments, so what's the big deal? What did you say? Damn you, I'll remember this. Once the Emperor gets wind of this, I'll crush your puny little Altea. But for now, I'm out like a bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Say it to my face. Jagan, you're a bag of surprises. To think you'd stand up against Lang like that. Sire, are you underestimating me in my old age? I'm not about to let youngsters like Deltre hug all the glory just yet. Attaboy, Jagan. Still, I'll admit, it was somewhat foolish to contest with Lang, even if he did push my lord at every turn. Sire, Sir Jagan, what is our next plan of action? According to Lang, Agma is on his way to Macedon. He probably intends to visit the village where Lord Wendell resides. Lord Wendell? Lord Wendell is the Pontifex of Cadane. He fought as our ally in the last war. I hear he's living in Macedon now. It also happens that the children Agma saved were raised by Lord Wendell. So I'm sure it would be the perfect time to pay him a visit. Yes, understood. But I worry about Lang. I pray that nothing bad shall happen. I will be just fine. Not like he's gonna be a boss later on or anything. Deltre, are you aware that we've begun searching for the assassins who besieged Altea a year ago? Not really the best time, Jagan. We were kinda in the middle of something. I assume that since you're mentioning it, that you found a new lead. No, we're not certain, but we've received information that might lead us to them, yes. A few days ago, I'd heard of a suspicious group heading towards Macedon's northern mountains. The northern mountains. What could they be up at? What could... Shoot, man. The northern mountains. What could they be after up there? Rumors say that they are pursuing our former allies in the War of Shadows. And I don't believe they're after a friendly chat with them either. I see. Then we cannot ignore this lead, especially if lives are at stake. Jagan, Deltre, we shall pursue the enemy. Agreed. Let us prepare to march with haste. But we're gonna do that next time, so... I really have nothing to add about Chapter 3 that already hasn't been said. It's really just not a good map. There's just so many fundamental flaws with its design and its pacing especially. It's the pacing that really kills it, but furthermore, it's just a crapshoot. There's no real way to know how the Draco Knight AI is actually going to respond. We saw that the Master Seal Draco Knight was somehow tied to the Draco Knights on the very opposite side of the map, which made absolutely no sense. There's no way that it's not intuitive. You're not going to just know that until you've experienced it firsthand. And I don't feel that should be... I don't feel like that kind of design philosophy really belongs. For the most part, the game sort of avoids pitfalls like that, whereas... on this map, it just kind of fails for me, honestly. Normally, the enemy behavior is at least somewhat intuitive. Even if it can catch you, the player, off guard, it seems almost to be designed that way intentionally so that it feels devious but fair. But this map just seems random. There's no rhyme or reason to some of the decisions here. And disregarding that, the map would still be terrible because of the way that the side objectives are set up in such a way to just more or less penalize you for... how should I put it? The penalty for the side objectives on this map is just time. There's no real difficulty in completing them. You didn't see me struggle to recruit Matthis. You just saw it take forever, you know? And there's really no reason for it to have been that way. And it's only compounded by the fact that Marth is the only character that can visit villages, which I do think is used to good effect in some cases, but in this case it most certainly was not one of them. But I guess I'm just going to leave it there. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and or a comment. Always appreciate those guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.